Ladies and gentlemen, we've all been there, waiting for that text, hoping for that call, replaying every moment in our heads, wondering what went wrong. But today, I'm here to tell you, don't block him, don't beg. Just do this. Blocking and begging, that's not power, that's desperation. And you are not desperate, you are valuable, strong, and in control of your own life. So what should you do instead? You shift the focus back to you. You take all that energy you are giving to him and invest it into yourself. You glow up mentally, emotionally, and physically. You live your best life, not to get him back, but to get yourself back. Begging makes you look desperate, but confidence makes you irresistible. When you beg someone to stay, to talk to you or to give you another chance, you are essentially placing yourself beneath them. You are handing over your power and saying, I need you to feel okay. But the truth is, no one should hold that kind of power over you. The moment you beg, you lower your value in their eyes. They see you as someone who is willing to accept less than they deserve, someone who is desperate for their attention, someone who doesn't believe they can do better. And the reality? Desperation is not attractive. It's not appealing. It doesn't make someone want you more. It makes them feel like they can take you for granted. Now, let's flip the script. Imagine yourself as someone who knows their worth, who stands tall and refuses to chase anyone who doesn't see their value. That kind of energy is magnetic. Confidence isn't about arrogance or pretending you don't care. It's about genuinely understanding that your value doesn't decrease just because someone fails to appreciate it. It's about recognizing that love should be mutual, respect should be mutual, and if someone walks away or treats you poorly, it's their loss, not yours. Confidence makes people wonder what's different about you. It makes them question why you're not reacting the way they expected. It makes them realize that you are not like everyone else who clings when things start falling apart. Instead of begging for someone to return, you focus on yourself. You build yourself up. You pour energy into your own happiness. You cultivate a life so fulfilling that whether they stay or leave doesn't shake your foundation. When you embody confidence, you shift the power dynamic. Suddenly, the person who thought they could walk away easily starts to rethink their choices. They start noticing your glow, your strength, your ability to move forward without them. And in many cases, they come back, not because you begged, but because they see that you are someone worth chasing. But the best part, by the time they do, you will have grown so much that you might not even want them anymore. Because confidence not only makes you attractive to others, it makes you attractive to yourself. And once you truly love and respect yourself, you'll never feel the need to beg for anyone ever again. Blocking might give temporary relief, but it doesn't heal the root issue. When emotions are running high, blocking someone feels like an easy solution. It's a way to create instant distance, to remove the temptation of checking their social media, to make it seem like they no longer exist in your world. And in some cases, blocking is necessary. When someone is toxic, abusive, or simply refusing to respect your boundaries. But if you're blocking out of frustration, sadness, or as a way to get a reaction, then it's only a temporary fix to a much deeper problem. The real issue isn't whether they can contact you, it's why you still care so much about whether they do. The root of the problem is the emotional attachment, the pain of being ignored or treated as an afterthought, and the lingering hope that they will suddenly realize what they lost. Blocking might stop you from seeing their posts, but it doesn't stop you from thinking about them. It doesn't erase the memories, the emotions, or the pain that lingers in your mind. True healing comes from emotional detachment, not digital disconnection. If you block them, but still check their accounts through a friend's phone, still wonder what they're doing, or still hope they'll notice you're gone, then you haven't truly moved on. You've just created a barrier that makes it seem like you have. Instead of focusing on whether or not you should block, shift your focus inward. Ask yourself why their presence still has so much power over you. Ask yourself what needs healing within you so that their actions or inactions no longer affect your peace. Healing isn't about shutting people out, it's about learning to be unaffected by them. When you reach that place, blocking becomes unnecessary. You no longer need to erase them from your life because their existence no longer holds any weight over you. You stop looking for ways to remove them because deep down you have already let them go. And that is where real power lies, not in blocking them, but in freeing yourself from the need to do so. Your goal isn't to make him regret losing you. It's to make yourself proud. It's natural to want someone who hurt you to feel regret. You want them to realize they lost something good, to see you thriving, to come crawling back with apologies and "I miss you" texts. But the danger in this mindset is that it keeps your focus on them instead of you. When your healing becomes about making someone else regret their choices, you are still giving them power. You are still living for their validation. And that means they still control your emotions, even from a distance. The real goal isn't to make him regret, it's to make yourself proud. It's about becoming a version of yourself that you admire, that you respect, that you feel unstoppable in. This means shifting your energy from "how can I make him see what he lost" to "how can I become so fulfilled that I don't care whether he sees or not." Because when you do that, the irony is that people always notice. When you stop posting things to make him jealous, when you stop trying to get his attention, when you genuinely start living for yourself, that's when he'll feel your absence the most. But the best part, by then you won't need his regret. You will be checking to see if he's watching your stories. You will be secretly hoping for a text, and you will be playing the game of trying to win a breakup. You will have already won because you chose yourself. Making yourself proud means setting boundaries and sticking to them. It means not settling for breadcrumbs of attention. It means waking up every day and walking towards a life that excites you. It means investing in your growth, your happiness, your passions, and your peace. And when you do that, you stop chasing anyone because you become too busy chasing your best life. Focus on yourself instead of trying to change him or the situation. It's easy to get caught up in the mindset of trying to change him, hoping that if you say the right words, do the right things, or give him enough time, he'll finally see your worth and treat you the way you deserve. But the harsh reality is that you can't change someone who doesn't want to change. No amount of effort on your part will suddenly make him wake up and become the person you wish he was. People change when they decide to, not when you beg, persuade, or prove yourself to them. Instead of focusing all your energy on him, on analyzing his behavior, decoding his mixed signals, or trying to fix the situation, redirect that energy back into yourself. The truth is, the more you focus on him, the less power you have over your own life. You end up stuck in a cycle of waiting, hoping, and overthinking, when you should be moving forward, healing, and growing. When you shift your focus inward, everything changes. You stop asking, "What can I do to make him stay?" and start asking, "What can I do to make myself happy?" You stop thinking about how to make him realize your worth and start working on realizing your own worth. You start investing in yourself, your goals, your passions, your physical and mental health, your personal growth. You become the main character in your own story, instead of making him the center of your universe. And here's the thing, when you stop trying to change him, you free yourself. You no longer feel weighed down by disappointment, by unmet expectations, or by the need for his validation. You take back control over your emotions, your peace, and your happiness. And when you do that, you won't even want to change him anymore, because you'll realize that you were always enough, and he simply wasn't the right person to see it. Self-improvement is the best comeback mentally, emotionally, and physically. When someone hurts you, disappoints you, or walks away, the first instinct might be to react emotionally, either by lashing out, shutting down, or trying to prove your worth to them. But the most powerful response isn't revenge, anger, or even silence. It's self-improvement. The best way to win is not by making them jealous or making them regret their choices, but by becoming the absolute best version of yourself. This doesn't just mean hitting the gym or changing your look, though that can be part of it. It means leveling up in every way possible, mentally, emotionally, physically, and even spiritually. It means strengthening your mindset so that no one else's actions can shake your confidence. It means healing emotionally so that your happiness is no longer tied to whether or not they come back. It means taking care of your body, not just to look good, but to feel strong, energized, and confident in your own skin. It means finding things that make you excited to wake up in the morning, whether it's a new hobby, a career goal, or simply the joy of living life on your own terms. The best part about self-improvement is that it doesn't just benefit you in the short term, it transforms your entire life. When you focus on becoming your best self, everything changes. Your energy shifts, your mindset shifts, and suddenly the things that once hurt you no longer have power over you. You start attracting better opportunities, better relationships, and better experiences because you're no longer settling for less than you deserve. And the irony? When you start thriving on your own, that's when the people who took you for granted suddenly notice. They wonder how you became so confident, so independent, so unbothered. But by the time they do, you'll be so in love with your life that you won't even care if they regret losing you, because you'll have already won by choosing yourself. Shift your energy into things that make you happy and fulfilled. When a relationship ends or when someone starts pulling away, it's easy to get lost in sadness, overthinking, and emotional exhaustion. You might find yourself constantly checking your phone, wondering if they'll reach out, replaying conversations in your head, or feeling stuck in a cycle of what-ifs. But the more energy you put into thinking about them, the less energy you have for yourself. Instead of spending your days obsessing over what went wrong, shift that energy into things that actually bring you joy. Fill your life with things that make you excited again, things that remind you of who you were before them, or better yet, help you become someone even stronger. Maybe it's picking up a new skill, traveling to new places, spending time with people who uplift you, or diving into a passion you've always put on the back burner. Maybe it's as simple as finding small daily habits that bring you peace, like reading, journaling, working out, or just taking time to appreciate your own company. Happiness doesn't come from someone else completing you. It comes from building a life that feels full on its own. And when you do that, you stop feeling like you're missing something just because one person isn't in your life anymore. You start realizing that your happiness was never supposed to depend on them in the first place. It was always within you, waiting for you to reclaim it. People always notice when you pull away and level up. There is something powerful about removing your energy from someone who once took you for granted. When you stop reaching out, stop checking up on them, stop reacting to their every move, they feel it. They might not admit it, they might not say anything at first, but trust me, they notice. Because when someone is used to you being there, constantly giving them attention, they take it for granted, it becomes expected, and the moment you pull back, they start to wonder why. At first they may not react. They may think you're just upset that you'll come back like you always do. But as time goes on and you remain silent, something shifts. Suddenly, they start questioning things. They start wondering why you're no longer chasing, why you're not affected, why you've stopped caring. And if you're not just pulling away but actively improving yourself, becoming stronger, happier, and more successful, it hits them even harder. There's a reason why so many people come back after you've moved on. It's not just because they miss you, It's because they miss the version of you that was always available, always forgiving, always willing to put up with less than you deserved. When they see that you've changed, that you're no longer settling, that you're living your best life without them, it forces them to confront their own actions. But by the time they realize what they lost, you'll be in a different place, you won't need their validation, you won't care about their regrets, because you'll have already discovered something far more important, your own worth. Your goal isn't to make him regret losing you, it's to make yourself proud. When someone hurts you, it's natural to want them to feel the same pain. You might fantasize about them realizing they made a huge mistake, about them coming back, begging for another chance. But focusing on revenge or regret keeps you emotionally tied to them. It keeps you stuck in the past, waiting for a moment that may never come. Instead, shift your mindset. Stop worrying about whether he regrets losing you and start focusing on whether you are proud of the person you're becoming. Ask yourself, are you making choices that bring you peace? Are you setting boundaries that protect your self-worth? Are you building a life that makes you genuinely happy? Because at the end of the day, his regret means nothing if you are still living in the pain he left behind. Making yourself proud means choosing self-respect over temporary validation. It means doing things that push you forward instead of holding on to what's behind you. It means waking up every day knowing that you are enough, with or without him. And once you start living for yourself, you'll realize that the only opinion that ever truly mattered was your own. When you stop chasing, you gain real power. Chasing someone who isn't choosing you is like running on a treadmill. It exhausts you but gets you nowhere. The more you chase, the more they pull away. The more you beg for their attention, the more they take you for granted. Why? Because people value what they have to work for. When something is always there, always available, it loses its importance. The moment you stop chasing, everything changes. You take back your power. You show that your worth is not dependent on someone else's validation. You communicate without words that you are not someone who waits around for what isn't meant for them. And that confidence, that self-respect is magnetic. It makes people wonder what's different about you. It makes them see you in a new light. But the real power isn't in making them miss you. It's in realizing you don't need them at all. When you stop chasing, you open yourself up to better things, better relationships, better opportunities, and most importantly, a better version of yourself. The best revenge is living your best life without needing him. It's easy to think that revenge is about making someone jealous, proving them wrong, or showing them what they lost. But the real revenge is not caring. It's moving on so completely that their name doesn't trigger an emotional reaction anymore. It's building a life so full, so beautiful, that whether they're watching or not doesn't even matter. The best revenge is waking up happy, genuinely happy, not because you found someone new, but because you found yourself. It's realizing that you never needed their approval, their love, or their attention to be whole. It's knowing that their absence didn't break you, it freed you. When you stop seeking revenge and start focusing on your own happiness, everything changes. You no longer need to prove anything to anyone. You're too busy enjoying your life to care about whether they regret losing you. And that is the ultimate victory. You are not losing him, he is losing you. When someone walks away from you, treats you poorly, or chooses someone else, it's easy to feel like you're the one who's losing something. You might feel abandoned, rejected, or as if you weren't enough. But the truth is, you are not the one who's losing here. He is. He is losing someone who genuinely cared, someone who gave their time, their love, and their energy. He is losing someone who was willing to fight for the relationship. someone who saw the best in him, someone who stood by his side even when he didn't deserve it. You, on the other hand, are not losing, you are gaining. You are gaining clarity, realizing that someone who doesn't appreciate you doesn't deserve you. You are gaining freedom from someone who couldn't give you what you truly needed. You are gaining a chance to find someone who will see your worth without you having to prove it. It's all about perspective. If you keep seeing the situation as a loss, you will stay stuck in the pain. But the moment you shift your mindset and recognize that he is the one who let go of something valuable, you will start to heal. You will start to see that you were never asking for too much. You were just asking the wrong person. And that realization, that's when you truly win. If he truly cared, he wouldn't have put you in this position. People who genuinely love and value you do not make you question where you stand with them. They do not disappear when things get tough, ignore your efforts or treat you like an option. They don't play mind games, make you feel like you're not enough, or leave you wondering whether they will ever change. When someone truly cares, their actions will show it. Consistently, not just when it's convenient for them. So if he walked away, strung you along, or treated you like an afterthought, understand this. It's not because you weren't enough. It's because he wasn't capable of giving you what you deserved. You could have been the most loving, loyal, and caring person, and it still wouldn't have made a difference if he wasn't ready to be the person you needed him to be. Instead of blaming yourself, instead of wondering what you could have done differently, remind yourself that love is not meant to feel like a constant battle. The right person will never put you in a position where you have to beg for their time, their effort, or their respect. And the fact that you had to fight for basic things in this relationship only proves one thing: it was never truly yours to begin with. The moment you let go is the moment everything falls into place. Holding on to someone who has already let go of you is like clinging to a rope that's burning your hands. The longer you hold on, the more it hurts. But the moment you release that grip, the moment you accept that it's over, you set yourself free. And that freedom, that's where real healing begins. Letting go doesn't mean you stop caring overnight. It doesn't mean you erase the memories or pretend the pain isn't real. It means choosing yourself over someone who wasn't willing to choose you. It means accepting that some people are meant to be lessons, not lifelong partners. It means realizing that you deserve a love that doesn't require you to lose yourself in the process. And the moment you truly let go, mentally, emotionally, and physically, you create space for better things to come. You stop resisting the reality of the situation and start embracing new opportunities. You start rediscovering yourself, your passions, your happiness. You realize that everything that once felt like a loss was actually making room for something greater. And when that happens, you look back and wonder why you ever held on for so long in the first place. Your energy is too valuable to waste on someone who doesn't appreciate it. Think about all the time, effort, and love you poured into him, the late-night conversations, the constant support, the moments when you put him before yourself. Was any of it truly appreciated? Did he match your energy? Or were you the only one trying to keep things together while he gave you the bare minimum? The truth is, your energy is your most valuable asset. Where you focus it determines the quality of your life. And if you're constantly giving it to someone who drains you, who makes you feel unimportant, who doesn't reciprocate the effort, you are wasting your power. You are allowing someone who doesn't even deserve a second of your time to take up space in your mind and heart. It's time to reclaim your energy. Stop checking his social media. Stop wondering what he's doing. Stop replaying old conversations. Instead, redirect all that energy back into yourself. Pour it into things that make you feel alive, into friendships that uplift you, into dreams that excite you. When you do this, you'll realize that the energy you once wasted on him is better spent building a life that makes you truly happy. One day he will realize what he lost, but by then you won't care. There will come a time when he looks back and understands what he had with you It might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, but eventually he will realize, he will see how rare your love was, how genuine your intentions were, and how no one else quite compares to you. Maybe it will hit him when he sees you thriving, when he notices how much you've grown without him. Maybe it will hit him when he gets into a new relationship and realizes that not everyone will love him the way you did. Maybe it will hit him late at night in moments of quiet when he remembers how much you cared. But here's the best part. By the time he realizes, you won't care anymore. You will have healed, you will have moved on, you will have built a life so fulfilling that his absence no longer affects you. You won't need his regret, his apology, or his validation. Because the moment you chose yourself over him, you already won. Healing happens when you stop waiting for closure and create it yourself. One of the hardest things about walking away from someone is the lingering feeling that you never got the closure you needed. Maybe he left without a proper explanation, maybe he fed you half-truths, or maybe he simply faded away, leaving you with unanswered questions and unresolved emotions. It's natural to want closure, to want some kind of final conversation where he acknowledges what he did and gives you the clarity you crave, but the painful truth is you may never get that from him. Closure isn't something another person gives you, it's something you create for yourself. If you keep waiting for him to give you that perfect ending, you will stay stuck in the past, hoping for something that may never come. And even if he did come back and apologize, would it really change anything? Would it erase the pain, undo the disrespect, or suddenly make him the person he never was when you needed him? Probably not. Real closure happens when you decide that you don't need his words to move on. It happens when you accept that some questions will never be answered and some wounds won't be healed by the person who caused them. It happens when you choose to let go, not because everything makes sense, but because you refuse to keep carrying the weight of something that no longer serves you. You don't need his apology to heal. You don't need his explanations to move forward. You don't need him to acknowledge your worth for you to know it. The moment you stop looking to him for closure and start creating it for yourself is the moment you take back your power. And when you do, you'll realize that the real healing was never about understanding him, it was always about choosing yourself. And in the end, the greatest decision you ever made was to choose yourself. You stopped chasing, stopped begging, stopped waiting for someone who was never meant to stay. You took all the love, energy, and effort you once gave so freely to the wrong person and redirected it back to yourself. You found strength in your solitude, power in your growth, and peace in your own company. One day he may realize what he lost. He may look back and regret taking you for granted. But by then, you won't care because you'll be too busy thriving, too happy in the life you built without him. Your worth was never tied to his recognition. Your healing was never dependent on his apology. Your happiness was never in his hands. It was always within you, waiting to be reclaimed. And now you are free.